Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Well, this night or morning, whatever y'all call it. So I'm just wondering what everybody got planned for the rest of it's the beginning of the week. And I was just wanting to know what everybody's plans is for this weekend. Well, next weekend, but through the whole week period. Or shout out to Nadia. They was talking about some stuff. That's why I backed my life up. I kept backing it up, kept backing it up because I wanted her to be there. She had great content tonight. Um, I would like to know, how do people feel, right? Um, about you know you getting older, you're not in a relationship. Do y'all ever feel like y'all ever want to get in one? That is one of my topics I wanted to talk about tonight. Okay, yeah, that's my topic. A lot. I'm talking about really the people in their 30s and 40s, like me, who is not in a relationship at all. Do you feel like you still could be in a relationship? Me myself personally, sometimes I think so. Sometimes I feel like nah, because I'm like I'm almost in my mid 40s, so it is what it is. Excuse me. I just think it's boring. I think in your younger years, yeah, it's cool to go around. Um, do y'all thing when y'all younger, but as you get older, you don't really don't. I don't think nobody really in their life wants to be by themselves until they die. I could be wrong, you know, but it is what it is. Sometimes I be feeling like that. Hold on. But yeah, that's it is what it is. Okay. But yeah, it's crazy, I be hearing all these people been in a relationship for not like little, like 2, 3 years. These moms been in a long run for like decades. I think that's dope as hell, you know. But yeah, it seems like the older it is. I ain't saying for everybody. This is just how I feel. That as you get older, it's harder to find somebody who knows. Dogs is gonna make me beat them slowly. I promise you. But yeah, these niggas gonna start barking again. Ooh, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This we go. Making a goddamn sound. I'm out here. But yeah, it is what it is. like my oldest, she's been married for 5 years, and I'm like, I be thinking like, I always tell my daughter I'm proud of her though. And her husband, like, they've been together for 5 years. And, she's 31 now. But, I let her know I'm so proud of her and stuff. I'm like, bro, I raised this girl. What is my problem with even trying to find a significant other? Just not even married, just somebody, like we're not every single day, but we're in a relationship. It is what it is. My headset's fucking up. But yeah, so it is what it is. I can't do shit about it. But um, but I promise you this, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I'll be just trying to get advice from people who's in a relationship, especially people who's been married over 10, 15 years. They be having some good advice. It is what it is. Hurt my nose. I don't know what the hell my son up in there listening to. That shit sound like it's at a fucking movie theater. Yeah. That shit's hurt me. Let's go ahead and take it in my ear. But yeah, I don't know, how everybody else think about that. I mean, some people in a relationship, I totally understand. Like, salute to people in a relationship, salute to married people. It is what it is, you know. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I always thought I'd be married. Mm, I always thought that, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, Miss Sip, how you feeling, bro? But I always feel that way. Like, I'm in my mid 40s now, and it's like, bro, it is what it is. Ain't shit moving, ain't shit shaking. Hey, Nadia, you know, especially when you come from Chicago, like Midwest, or, predominantly black, you know, black people and black people you grew up with, you really ain't see another race to come to somewhere so diverse. It's crazy. Nadia hit that um what is it called? That's crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having a mind freeze. Hit that link, Nadia. Thank you. Goddamn. You too, Miss Sip. Okay, hold on. Let me turn down my mic. How that sound? How do it sound now? Oh yeah. Hey Mello, can you turn down that TV? Can you turn down that volume on the TV a little bit for me? Yeah, that's my son. I got a 60-inch TV in the living room, so these apartments out here so damn little compared to where I grew up in the Midwest. Like they just everything bounces off the wall. So I don't know if Mississippi up in here still in here, but I wanted to know if you back at the crib. But thought you said you was going back home today, or could be wrong. Thank you. Shout out to Nadia. Uh, Dope content creator. It is what it is. But yeah, so it is like I don't know. I think if you're not in a relationship, I'm getting to that point that if you're not in a relationship at this age, you might as well just give it up. I could be wrong, but it is what it is. That's how I feel. Um, what you doing? Stop. Oh yeah. I don't know why I think that way, but it is. Like people say, you give off that energy. It's crazy. I'm still trying to figure out what type of energy I give off. Excuse me. To still be single this long. Stop. But I don't know what to say with that part. But yeah, shout out to the 4 people who's in the chat. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I think it's scary to uh, um, not have a significant other and feel like you gonna die by yourself. I mean, you got your kids, but you want that certain person. I mean, even when I read newspaper clippings and shit like that, like you hear, they've been together so long. When one person dies, their heart is broken and they end up passing away. It's crazy. Some people get that bond, that love connection. It is what it is. Sure, Nadia. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. But some of us are stuck in our ways, and a lot of people don't mind changing a little bit. You know what I'm saying, for the positive. You know, I don't know. I don't know, Nadia. It's crazy. I just don't. uh That's what's just so hard. I think I'm stuck in my ways to a certain extent, Nadia. I just feel like um, I'm trying to think. Like I know I'm stuck in certain ways. You know, like I could tolerate so much. Um, I don't know. I'm really submissive, so I don't. You know, I'm submissive. I give out that. I try to give out good energy every single day. I try to give out good energy. Stay in my own circle, in my own bubble. But it just doesn't work. Then I get these retarded people trying to talk to me. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Then try not to be rude, but I just stare at them sometimes. Like, bro, are you serious? Sometimes I don't want to be rude to be like, what you do? What kind of work you into? I try not to be that type of person. Mm-mm. But yeah, I try my best. I just be feeling like if I can't get what I want, I'm cool. I'd rather be by myself and raise my badass dogs. I don't mind that. I feel it. But I just think that's me, myself, Nadia. I think that's just um a lot of females like that. Like, I ain't thought you like, it seemed like you got OCD. You like your shit spick as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. Not at all. I try, but I'm not. Oh, thank you, Nadia. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know. Like, I've been single since 2015. Oh, you don't have OCD. But look, like the stuff you said, that's like, to me, I think that's OCD. Like, you love your shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong, Nadia. Like a lot of people don't like stuff on the floor. I feel it, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, personally, I didn't grow up like that. I'm not doing this with you. But you have a room, a soap room is a difference. See, I'm the opposite of you. No, I ain't gonna say I'm the opposite of you, Nadia. I mean, I don't care for clutter, but I do. It end up being a fucking hot mess. It is what it is. I try to correct myself every time, but it never works. I'll get all the clutter out, and then I'll just get to throwing shit back up there or some shit like that. Then it get cluttered once again. See, yeah, that's crazy because, like, literally, like, my piercings, I got, uh, what you call it, like, what is it called? I gotta think of it now, but I got uh, a plastic container that has all these little pockets, and I got like over about 100 to 200 different piercings in there, and I like organize it from what size the ball is, from the stems, because I got a lot of piercings. So, and then I got a container for my earrings. I even went on Amazon and bought. It looks like a dress, but you hang your jewelry on there. But um, I stopped using it. I just left it in the closet. I used to put it like I still got jewelry on there, but I don't wear it that much. I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm big on this. I'm really, really big on affection. I don't know. Sometimes I think everybody say it's not the zodiac sign, but I feel like it is. It's your zodiac sign. Sometimes can make you feel a certain way. Everybody don't believe that, but I do. Okay, I feel it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it. I feel it about the cold clutter. But yeah, I didn't even like. I went to hair school in my 20s. I want to say I was 21 when I went to hair school, right? So I took these pictures. The pictures came out so pretty when I went to hair school, and and the only reason I'm bringing this up because the last thing you just said. So I was just, I'm like, I know my grandma got my pictures. You know what I'm saying? So my grandma ended up passing in 2011. So my daughter called me. I want to say like last month, and was like, "Ma, I found your pictures. When you went to hair school when you was 21." I was like, "Oh, for real?" She was like, "Yeah." My auntie got them, and me and my auntie is not on the best terms right now. So I was telling my daughter like, um, I need those pictures about her because I pay for the motherfuckers anyway. I don't care if your mom did have them. She's not here no more. I want my pictures. And then my daughter, ended up finding some pictures of me. She found, it's crazy because at first, because I was looking for my pictures, but I couldn't find them nowhere in my grandma's room because my grandma kept clutter too. Like she was a lottery fanatic, and she kept every lottery ticket from the 1970s until now. It's crazy. She had bags and bags of that shit in her closet. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, my daughter ended up finding my pictures because after my grandma had passed, I had moved to Minnesota. She had a lot of my grandma pictures, her old records. Like it was crazy because I, I mean, I didn't grow up watching Red Fox, but I watched the reruns, and my grandma had the vinyl record of him. I didn't even know he was a stand-up comedian, and I didn't know his mouth was that filthy either. It's crazy. And then she had Bill Cosby on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Back in the set, it was just crazy. Yeah, my grandma, she kept a lot of shit. Girl, yes. I don't think I didn't know Red Fox get down like that. It was crazy when I take that shit. I mean, heard it. You know what I'm saying? My grandma always kept a record player, and like, yeah. But yeah, I used to love playing with the record player, listening to all that shit when I was a kid. When she went to work, cause she wasn't having it when she was there. Yeah, I know. I remember the days like my grandma would. My grandma would do. She would. We'd sit on the back porch and just sit there. She knew I smoked cigarettes, so we smoked. But like, I couldn't curse in front of my granny, or like, I couldn't drink in front of her. I thought that was weird, but we could sit outside and smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get a cup of coffee when I got older. And I'm not a big person on caffeine. Caffeine don't do shit for me. But yeah, sit out there just on the back porch, just looking and shit like that. I mean, I remember one time we was kicking it. Me and my cousins we was kicking it on the back porch. As soon as my grandma came out, I spilled my whole drink because I was trying to hide it under one of these big chairs. It was a long chair, but my cup can fit under there. But I was trying to do it. I was kind of too fast, and I spilled the shit. And I got a baby brother. He didn't care. My cousin, my other cousins, all of them are. It's crazy because my brother, my cousin, and my other cousin was born the same year. They only 2 months apart. Like my brother, his birthday in July, he had cancer. Then no, I'm sorry, no, let me take that back. So my cousin Percy, his birthday the 30th of June, and then I mean not the 30th of June. I'm sorry, the 30th of May. And then my brother's birthday is the 9th of July. And then my other cousin, his birthday is the 3rd of September. And they was all born in the same year. So they like literally grew up from Pampers till we, grew up. So yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I miss being at the crib. But like literally my grandma is gone out here, and like my grandma on the brownstone. I mean, she like to this day. I know she in the ground. She still on this motherfucker. Like, and my grandma kept up on the taxes and everything. Like, I was telling, like, man, I was like, y'all don't know. Y'all didn't want to move back. Y'all could at least paid the taxes. Made sure everything was up on code and put the motherfucker on Section 8. Shit. At least you got constant income coming in. But none of my, not in it. They wasn't the smartest. They weren't even paying it. But yeah, she had a 3-story brownstone. It was a 2 bedroom in the basement, 3 bedroom on the. I'll call it the first floor, and 3 bedrooms on the second floor. The living room's big. The kitchen is big as fuck. Like y'all could have made money. Wish I would have had time. Constantly bringing stuff in. Yeah, I do too. I do too. But these new houses they putting up now, this shit. If you breathe too hard on the motherfuckers, they break it down. They catching on fire and shit like that. Like my kitchen, like where I'm staying at now, like my kitchen and my living room was the same size of the living room in my grandma's apartment. Like I'm used to being in big ass apartments, but my grandma owned her apartment, so she stayed in the middle. So that's where I grew up at, in the middle of the apartment. And my mom stayed at the bottom, and she only sold the top one. I mean, rented the top one out. And when I was growing up, yeah, you ain't lying, Nadia. Beautiful memories. You're so right. You gonna lie, I miss my granny. I ain't gonna lie, I miss her a lot. 'Cause my grandma passed in 2011, the day after Christmas. So I'm not too much big on Christmas like I used to be when my kids was little. Now I'd be telling my kids, I must. Well, my youngest now, he's the only one who I buy stuff. I'm like, what do you want? You could wait till income tax time. That's your Christmas present. And my kids know that. Been doing this for the last like 4 years. Um, but yeah, he want this. He want to start streaming games. So he saw this PC that he wanted so bad, and it's like $1,000. So I told him I'll get it for him. But I let him know that's your Christmas present. Man, I wish I could feel like family first. Like I think it's different. Like Nadia, like you grow up, right? As you growing up, your household is like hella crazy. Um, and I always say this, and I say this all the time. Like, it's I ain't got my my kids, my household the way I want it, but it's close enough that I can accept it. I can accept it. You know, how my kids. I mean, like it is what it is. Like I thought I was. I don't know. I thought I was gonna stay with my kids' father. Like my last three boys have the same father, and I thought we was gonna be together for a long time. But first time he put his hands on me, I was done. I was done. I don't go back. A lot of females do, but I refuse to let anybody put their hands on me in a disrespectful way because I wouldn't do it. Vice versa, you know. But yeah, I thought we was gonna be there. I thought we was gonna be together for forever because we was together for. Uh, I got with him when I was 18. I broke up with him when I was like 28, like close to 29. We broke up. Like he put his hands on me, and that was enough for me. Because I always said, um, having a abusive parent, you just don't. A lot of people. I can't deal with it. A lot of people let that, generate that cycle when they get older, and still, I can. I just can't. I, maybe I might don't love myself like I should, but I love myself enough to know I'm not letting nobody put their hands on me in a disrespectful way. I can't. I've been dealing with that one with my mom all my life, so I always said that if I ever got in a relationship and they put their hands on me, I'm done. Like, let me tell you something, Nadia. So when I first moved out here, right? I moved out here June 11th, 2014. I moved out here. So it's me, my three boys, and my ex. So we moved out here, right? And what's so crazy about it when I end and I, so uh my best friend who was on here like 3 4 nights ago, Nadia, right? So we end up becoming friends, right? Because we all stayed in the shelter, right? So it was just not me and her. It was me, her. Well, okay, let me take that. Let me rewind that back. It was her. Um, her name is Sean, and I forgot the other two girls. No, it's one, two. No, it's five of them, and I forgot the other three girls. Whatever. So they was already cool when I before I came. So when I end up coming to the shelter, I end up befriending all of them. So it was six of us, and we all kicked it. You know what I'm saying? To years go, days, years go by. Everybody really started splitting up. So my best friend, she's from Detroit. She ended up moving back to Detroit. So when she moved to Detroit, back to Detroit, I stayed. So me and Ashan became close, right? So when we became close, she helped me get my first apartment when I first moved out here. Thank you. Hit the like button. Um, but yeah, so we end up. She ended up helping me get my apartment. I was short like $200-300, but she helped. Thank you, Nadia. I really appreciate that because I shared you out on my Facebook. That's the only thing I really, besides this, I get on once every blue moon. I got an Instagram. I barely get on. TikTok, I know I barely. Shit. I ain't been on that about a year. But yeah. But yeah, so I ended up befriending the girl, and she ended up, but I ended up paying her. I paid her the money back, whatever. And then, like I was with my significant other for like 7 years, right? So, like he was moving differently. We've been together for a while. You know when you're significant, the person you sleep in the bed with every night. You know when he started moving differently. Got to moving differently, and it was just something I just had. Like he was acting hella funny, and so when we moved at, when she helped me get my apartment when we first moved out there, um, I moved like two doors down from her, right? At this time, I was in hair school. I wasn't even working at the, yeah, I wasn't even working at the Y at this time. I was going to school for hair when I moved out here. So, anyway, um, so anyway, we, we kicked it and, I like to stay at my own apartment at that point in time. I was going to hair school. So it was not difficult to, cook, clean, and do all of the stuff that I used to do when I had my significant other, or vice versa. That person would do the same thing. He would do the same thing, but he was just moving different. And then, like, we've been together at this time. Nadia was together for uh, 5, 6 years at this time. Like, I had never cursed at the man. Like, you know how you have to get into a how we get into an argument. Like, fuck you. Never said that to this man. Um, but then I want to say in 2014, was it 2014? No, 2015. We ended up getting evicted. And it was crazy because I'm giving you the money to pay the rent. Found out he wasn't paying the rent either. So it was a lot of BS. It is what it is. But after that, we he called me out my name. He called me out my name. No, no, let me take that back. We was in the car, right? Cause we drove up here. We drove here from Minnesota to Washington. We drove up here. So at this time, I didn't have a phone when I first moved out here. So I asked the girl Sean, you know what I'm saying, for her phone, can I use it? So she told me yeah, but she didn't know her text messages was her. So I'm looking at her text messages, and her and my ex was basically sexting. So I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Da, 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 da. Me myself personally, a little bit gullible. I took it, he was like, it's nothing like that. Took him for his word. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know what I'm saying, when we got to moving into the new apartment, we got to settling in or whatever. Then like I'll wake up in the middle of the night or something like that, and he's nowhere to be found. So I'm like, bro, what's going on? Da, da, da. And at this time, I had my own phone, so I'm steady calling, and answering. So one day I knocked on her door. Like I said, she stayed like a couple of doors down from me. Knock on her door. She want to play like she sleep. As I know now, because I thought she was asleep. But then her motherfucking her window was wide open. I'm like, why your window wide open? It's cold in the motherfucker up there and shit like that. And then he disrespected me and called me a bitch. We've been at this time we were together for 7 years, and we have never ever cursed at each other. You know what I'm saying? He said what he wanted to say. Um, I mean, now as I know, he had female tendencies. It is what it is. He was a little girl. Um, so it was just he was just moving wrong. It wasn't cool. So I went to her house and it was like, "Are y'all having sex?" You know. She's like, "No, we're not having sex." Da, 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 da. Okay. So then, um, so I said, I don't know what Nadia like. Seriously, I said some. I know I said something like really powerful to this man. Like we had a conversation, and I was like, "Man, bro, you doing me like this? You lying?" And I respect you because you're supposed to be my other. Like, I mean, I'm telling him how I felt and what I thought. So he got the. I have never, had somebody. He like cried, broke down and cried and shit like that. And, yeah, he told me he was having sex with her. So after he told me he was having sex with her, I went back to a homeless shelter. I had this motherfucking apartment. I don't want to be close to that bitch. Shit like that. So at this time, we still had a car. And, that's before I moved. Okay, yeah, he still had the car when I moved to the shelter. And it was like little shit he was showing me, like texting me and showing me pictures, and I always had her address on there. I'm like, bro, why is her address on your shit? But he lied, and I told him I was done. We used to, when we first moved out here, in Seattle, I used to kick it at this park. It's called Cal Anderson Park, and it's on top of the hill. It's in Seattle, but they call it the top of the hill. So we kicked it up there, you know, met hella nice people. So everybody knew what was going on at this time but me, right? And when they told me, I believed it because we just had a conversation before I went back. Um, went to a shelter, and I swear to God, I could not make this shit up. So everybody knew we was together, whatever. They knew we moved out there. So I was like, I'm done. I don't want to fuck with him no more. I'm done. I don't get down like that. I don't give a fuck if we did move up here. I'm not doing this with this person, right? So everybody was like, "You gonna get back with him?" I said, y'all don't know me. That's your problem. Y'all don't know who I am. You don't know nothing about me." Mello, could you please check with the chicken on? Did you put the chicken on?
Yes.
Have you checked it?
Yes.
Did you flip it?
Yeah, I just flipped it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I thought you was gonna make some French fries. Yeah.
Shut up!
That's crazy. I know I was not talking this whole time. That's crazy. Yeah. But I knew I didn't want to have no more kids. So I ended up getting my tubes tied at 28. I didn't want no more kids. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be with my kids' father too long. But hey, it is what it is. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it really after he put his hands on me that one time I was cool with him. I just refused to let anybody put their hands on me again in a disrespectful way when I have never disrespected you, never got loud with you. You know, none of that. Never tried to put my hands on you in a disrespectful way. That's me. So yeah, he put, one time he put his hands on me. I was good. I was so good. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to a certain extent. And it's like I had a epiphany when like he was gonna go to jail. And I had a dream. After he went to jail, I stopped going to go see him because we was together for a long time, and he was going back and forth to jail for selling drugs. Yeah, I told my kids was going to go see him. Excuse me. And I told my oldest child, which is my daughter, excuse me, tell him don't come back to my house. Better find somewhere else to go. He was locked up for I want to say 6 to 7 months. You know, so I was done. I ain't gonna lie, I was done like my was kidding. I said I already had. My mom was hella abusive to me, so I was like, no, that's not gonna go down. And I wasn't gonna keep that bullshit ass cycle, that that generation cycle with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my kids got whoopings, but um, my mom used to fuck me up because she was high and people was angry at her. I mean, she angry at people. You know what I'm saying? So she used to literally, I was so punching bad growing up. Like, back in the day, I couldn't even talk about it, but it's so much easier after you become grown. I ain't gonna lie, like my mom, I just didn't understand it after I got older. Stayed in the group home. We got awarded to stay because she wouldn't do what they asked her to do or required her to do. She wouldn't do it, so ended up going to foster care or whatever. And my grandma begged my auntie and them to take us. Cause my mom, it's only three of us, but my I got a brother who's like a year and and some change younger than me. His dad came and got him, and me and my other brother, we our dads didn't give two flat fucks, but it is what it is. Um, so I raised my brother from newborn until he was like 3 years old, and he used to tell me like to this day. Sometimes he still call me mom. It's crazy. It is really crazy. Even when I stayed in the group home, I ended up ended up getting my I want to say this was my third job, and everything I bought my daughter, I bought my brother too, because that was my road dog. Like to this day, he still sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes he still be calling me mom, and it's, be like, bro, no, yeah, that's crazy. Love my little brother. My little brother and my daughter is only 2 years apart, so they grew up together like hard. Literally, they grew up together. But yeah, I couldn't stay with my auntie and them no more because them motherfuckers. They knew what my mom put me through, and they was talking about me like a dog. I'm like, bro, I don't. Maybe it's just like I tell people, I might don't have the most confidence. Hey, she, I might don't have the best confidence of myself, but I refuse to let anybody disrespect me. I don't care. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since my grandma passed, I tried my best to create a relationship with my mom, and it is what it is. And people don't understand that. You know, I be telling people I can love my mom from a distance. We don't get along. I will never forget. I was 8 years old, and my grandma had told me I would never forget this day. And she was like, "I would never put you against your mom, but y'all would never get along." Never understood that until now. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, I remember when my grandma used to make my mom try to be a mom. I never forget. Like, tried to make my mom take care of us, and it didn't work. I used to sleep by my grandma, so my mom stayed in the basement of the brownstone. My grandma stayed in the middle, and I ain't gonna lie, I used to sleep by her door. I'm cool. Sleep by my grandma's door, uh, on the porch. I didn't care. Like it's crazy. I tried. Yeah, yeah. Some like my child. I know my childhood was fucked up, real fucked up growing up. And I ain't gonna lie, my grandma tried her best to try to uh, point me in the right direction. But at that time, I wasn't trying to hit my grandma. My grandma worked a lot. She worked at the post office. So when she used to work like from 6 to 3 in the morning. Man, I was out there banging, doing all this crazy ass shit that I'm glad my kids never experienced. I told my kids I did everything for y'all. Y'all don't need to get involved in no bullshit like that. I already did it for y'all, so yeah, y'all good. Yeah, I mean, I had good memories, and I have more bad memories than good memories, but I still try to hold on to those memories. Try my best. Like I be telling people, I didn't have a childhood. My childhood was fucked. I ain't gonna lie, my childhood was fucked up. You know, as I get older, well, as I'm thinking now, like recently, I'm like, I don't be understanding why people have these kids and they don't want to take care of them. Even just being, um, like my dad, it used to My bad, my dogs is barking with their bad ass. Um,
Be quiet.
Washington Most Wanted. Please don't.